Congressman Dan Meuser joins us right now, Republican congressman, part of that House Problem Solvers Caucus. Congressman, always great to have you.
You too, Neil. Thanks.
But he doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to go a penny smaller. What do you make of that?
Well, we all should work together here and come up with a bipartisan package. That's what we've been talking about. Clearly, you mentioned the problem solvers. The problem solvers are all about finding negotiation, finding compromise, finding common ground. We've got a bicameral approach with the Senate. The 10 senators went over to speak with the president. It's not a favorable way to go, right? $1.9 trillion is clearly an immense amount of money. We do have to be concerned about other things. Look, we've got problems to take care of: our schools, our vaccinations, the testing. I'm very not satisfied at all with where testing are. Problem solvers came up with an idea of slicing off $160 billion from that bill. That would include vaccinations and testing and more money for hospitals and deal with the problem that we have. Let's solve the vaccination issue. Let's supercharge it. That can heal a lot of sins, right? That will allow us to open up the economy more. And we can get that done. We can get that done fast. This whole $1.9 trillion after reconciliation and everything else, that could take months. Nancy Pelosi saying 4 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. It could be more than that. We need to act now on what we can agree upon.
All right. It's very hard for me to keep up with what is in this package, to your point, Congressman, but the idea of $160 billion standalone vaccine/virus addressing and testing package makes perfect sense to me. The way that President Biden seemed to explain it is that the virus and spending for more testing is part of this package. He didn't break it down to the degree that you're trying to do in a separate measure. Do you know if something similar to that will be in the big package? You'll get your way, but it will just be rolled into the overall $1.9 trillion plan.
That's right. And again, though, that's 8 weeks out. Maybe 10 weeks out, but it is $160 billion allocated more or less in the same way. We just want to separate it out now. The problem solvers do, and get this done, and then we can continue to work on a targeted approach that will help our economy and help with some funding for states. We're not against that. I'm not against that as a Republican. But some of the numbers that are in this bill, Neil, $350 billion for states. We came up with a number that was under 200 that would pay down the revenue loss of states. This is it's excessive. And you know this as well as anyone. We do have to worry about our debt. We're going to be looking at the value of the dollar eventually. We're going to be looking at inflation, interest rate increases, and north of $500 billion in debt payment on the U.S. debt. I mean, there are other concerns. Yeah.
No, you've been concerned about that debt and spending more money than we're taking in for quite some time. So you're not one of these sort of shifting with the political winds and saying, now we're concerned with debt and all that. We'll see what happens, Congressman Meuser. Thank you very, very much.